Hi, we're here today at Illinois Neuro and Physical Rehabilitation, and we're here with a father whose daughter has been coming in for treatment, and he's here today to tell a little bit about her story, kind of how things were prior to coming here, his experience during his time here, and how his daughter is feeling at the present time.
Hi, so we were introduced to Dr. George by a friend of my daughter's who'd had a concussion and was having major headaches. And my daughter had been having headaches on and off for quite a few months. We had gone to her pediatrician who recommended that she have a scan, which we did, which was negative. And then we did multiple blood work, which didn't show anything. And then her pediatrician recommended that we see a neurologist of sorts. So we saw two separate neurologists previous to coming to Dr. George, both of whom gave my daughter various prescriptions for medication, one of which worked partially, one of which didn't work at all. But my biggest concern was that none of the people we visited were addressing the source of the problems. We first came to see Dr. George about a month ago, and almost immediately he noticed something happening in my daughter's eyes, which gave him a hint or a window into what may be causing her problems. So at that point he then put her through a series of tests, one of them being the VNG test, and he could see, I mean, I don't understand the science of it, but he could see that there was a massive discrepancy in the way her eyes were tracking. And there was a disconnect between both of the sides of her brain. So I think the disconnect is what he said was causing the headaches. He proceeded to put her under a bunch of tests and some supplements, and within 3 or 4 days my daughter had no headache. He recommended that she continue the treatment for a couple of weeks, more from a safety standpoint, which we did, and we're now 3 weeks into the whole process, and my daughter has been headache free for 10 days. It had been a massive problem for us because it was causing her absence at school because she couldn't focus or concentrate on screens, or anytime she tilted her head down it would multiply the headache and create a tremendous amount of pressure in her forehead. And also she's a very active soccer player, and she'd had to miss training and drop out of games. So the experience here has really put her back on track, and we're very grateful to the organisation for the process.